What's going on, everybody? It's Carmine from Barmine Tech, and today we're going to be talking about making our own personal cloud with CasaOS on a Raspberry Pi. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably know that when I started my home lab, I used Raspberry Pis all the time, and I wish that I had a tool like CasaOS back then now, because it simplified so many different things. I could have hosted all my services off of one Pi, or less Pis than I used to. I used to run probably 3 or 4 Pis just to do everything I want to do. And now I have this nice Raspberry Pi 4 over here. This is the 4 gig model, and we're running CasaOS off of this. I know I worked in the last video installing CasaOS on Ubuntu. That was on a plain VM off of Proxmox. But today we're going to make our own personal cloud, and it's all going to be hosted off this small Raspberry Pi. This is great because we can tuck this Pi away in the corner. I'm all about the small factor PCs. You know, I use mini PCs for all my videos, and using a Raspberry Pi is great because, like I said, we could just install it, we can get it set up, we can tuck it away in the corner, and then it's all done. It's going to host all of our services. We could host our VPN, our DNS server, we could host all the different Dockers we normally would host on an even smaller machine. So that's enough talking about it. Let's get right into the video. So to start, we are using a Raspberry Pi, so the first step with that is you're going to need to get Raspberry Pi Imager, and from there, so if you don't have it, we can go over to Firefox, and we can grab it real quick. We'll do Raspberry Pi Imager, and you can just download it right off their site. We're going to be using the Raspberry Pi OS because it is supported by CasaOS. If you do prefer to use a different OS, let's see if I come over to their GitHub. They do support Ubuntu. We did use that in the last video, and they support a couple other flavors, like you could use Debian, or you could use Elementary or Armbian. I'm going to use Raspberry Pi OS just because I'm familiar with it and I know it runs well on the Pi. So the first thing we're going to need to do is grab the Raspberry Pi Imager. This is the easiest way to flash Raspbian or the Raspberry Pi Imager onto it. So you would just download that and install it, and then afterwards you're going to have this. So from here you can get one of these. And this is just a little micro SD to USB. This has little slots on the side. You would slide your micro SD card in, and then from there you can flash the Pi. So you would put your SD card in there, and then you could have it detect by the PC. You would choose your OS, and we're going to come over to Other, and that's where the Raspberry Pi Lite OS is going to be. So that's going to be the command line driven one, where these are the GUI ones. So you would select Other, and then we're going to use Raspberry Pi OS Lite, and it's going to be the 32-bit. So we would select that. We would choose our storage. Of course, I don't have one in there because I already did this. And then from there, we can just click Settings, and this is where we can set some of the other settings to make it easier to SSH in. We can set our host name, so if you want to call it CasaOS, we can. So you can do CasaOS. And this would be the host name, so it's actually available to SSH to when it's all done. You can enable SSH, you can set the username and password, you can configure the LAN, so if you want to put your Wi-Fi network in there and the password to sign in, and then you would set what country you're in. So that would be all that. You would click Save, and then you would write. And then after you write, it's going to flash the Raspberry Pi OS to a SD card. It's going to tell you it's all done, and then you're good to power up your Raspberry Pi. Of course, I already did all this, so I'm actually going to wire this Pi back up, and then we're going to start working on this one right here. So let me get that done real quick. So while the Pi powers back up, just a couple things that I'm actually going to run over this Pi probably. We're using CasaOS, so I like to run 2 DNS servers, so I have a failover just in case. So my router does support 2 of them, so I'm probably going to run the combo of Pi-hole and AdGuard. I might do another VPN just so I have another one just in case I lose connection to one of them, because I like to have redundancy in my home lab. I also might do another Cloudflare DDNS so I could have multiple DDNSs out, and that works because I have a separate machine. So just some of the kind of things that I might run on it, but what are you going to run on your CasaOS with the Docker setup? So comment down below and tell me what you like to run on the machine. But I think that the Pi should be all powered up, so let's start working on that. So being that we did set a host name on the Raspberry Pi when we flashed it, you can try pinging it, so I actually just did, and I get back a IPv6 address. I'm not really sure why, but I actually worked on this Pi last night, so that I know the address is 125. So if you don't get your IP address to resolve back from the Raspberry Pi, you also can be able to pull up PuTTY, and you can type in the host name, and it'll be able to grab it that way as well. So I already have mine open, so it's not going to be able to because I already have a connection established. But if I didn't, I would be able to get in. But here's my connection in. So you could either do it by your host name or by the IP address. And if you don't get your IP address by pinging it, just go into your router and get your connected network devices, and then you can grab it there. But to start, we're going to get right into this. So we do the typical sudo apt update, which I did do last night, so there shouldn't be too much to update left. But we're going to go through this, and then I'm going to do an upgrade, and then we're going to get right into installing CasaOS. So we'll be back after this. So of course we worked on this last week, so the install is really simple. We just need to grab the wget command or the curl command. So I'm just going to grab the wget, I'm going to paste it in, and then we're going to let CasaOS install, and then right after that we're going to be able to start working on our other Docker containers and whatever else we want to get with CasaOS. So I'm going to let this install and we'll be right back. So my CasaOS is all done installing, and we can see over here it's telling me that this is my page to use. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab that. And then we're going to go into Firefox again, and we're going to that page. So now CasaOS is all set up, so we can make our username. So we're just going to do that real quick. Set my password. And we'll get into CasaOS. I'm not going to Firefox save it. So we're good to go. So now we're all set, so I'm going to accept that. And now we can start actually installing apps. And I want to install AdGuard Home, so I'm going to get right into that. So we're going to go into apps. And you can see here's AdGuard Home, so we're going to install. And I'm just going to let this install, and then we'll be right back. So now you can see that my AdGuard Home is all installed, and I can actually come in here and start the config. And then I'll go back and I can install any of the other apps I might want. So now we have our own personal cloud, and we have all the different Docker apps that we can install, and we have a really nice dashboard to tie it all together. So this was just some of the stuff with CasaOS that I really like. If I was to install Docker and Portainer on this Raspberry Pi, then I would need to add all the additional apps to it and try to link them around, make a dashboard. So CasaOS is really nice when I do it on like a SBC like this, like the Raspberry Pi, because everything's all in one, and I have this nice utility running off it that I could access all of my Docker containers right off of that. So that's CasaOS on the Raspberry Pi. It's a super simple install, and it's a great utility for me because now I can install some of my other Docker containers that I like to run. I can put it on the Raspberry Pi, and I can tuck it away in my server case and not have to worry about it. So I hope you guys like this video. I know this is going to be a useful one for me because there was some other containers that I wanted to install. I just didn't have the machine to install them on. So what are some of the Docker containers that you're going to install on CasaOS if you do it on your Raspberry Pi, or you do it on a VM, or however you might do it? Comment those down below because I want to see what everybody's running in their Docker environment. But I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a Discord server, so I'll leave a link to that below. I also have a Twitter that I made, so I'll leave a link to that below as well, so we can talk on there and you can see when I make announcements for the channel, or we can just communicate if you guys have questions or anything else. I appreciate everybody for watching the channel. We have hit over 1,000 subs now, and it was a big milestone for the channel. I appreciate you all for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.